Hello guys, and welcome to Car Talks with Crystal. What are we going to talk about today? What are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about leadership. Let's start off with the definition real quick so we can all be on the same page of what leadership is. Leadership is leading a group or an organization. Basically is what the definition is, leading a group or an organization. Let's take this one step further from leadership to lead. What's the definition of lead? The definition of lead is to take one by the hand and show them where to go. To take one by the hand with you and show them where to go. So here are the definitions of leadership and lead, which makes me come to the conclusion that to be in a leadership position, to lead others in an organization, you actually need to be the one ahead, be the one who's moving ahead, who's showing the way, who's giving the ideas, who's giving the instructions, who's saying, here's how to do it, here's what I'm doing, come and do it with me. So that's what I imagine a leadership position is, right? Now, we've all been in leadership positions, or at least I have, and we've all seen leadership positions where people rise up and become a leader, or they just have that natural ability to say, you know, this is what I'm doing. Do you want to join? How do organizations start? By somebody having an idea, saying, here's my idea, and I would love for you to join me with it, to join me in doing this, to join me in partnering with this. So what is the problem then? Here's the problem. What happens when you look at the team that you're a leader of and nobody seems to be inspired? You don't feel like you're respected. You don't feel like things are getting done. Like, why is it? And you know what? I've been in positions where people just aren't motivated. But maybe if there's a group of people who are typically motivated and they're not motivated as much, there's a reason, there's a cause. And I think it's because, Michael Scott right there, it's because we need to look at how we're leading. Are we actually up? Are we actually taking people by the hand? Are we actually showing them by example what their expectations are? Or are we instead sitting down? Are we staying in front of a desk? Are we writing memos? Are we actually making an effort to show by example of the expectations? Or are we telling people what their expectations are and getting mad at them if they don't follow suit to it? If we demand respect out of people but don't speak with respect back to people, how are you supposed to actually, as a leader, as somebody who you want people to listen to, how do you expect to actually be listened to if you're going to talk in a demeaning way towards other people? If you're going to say and roll your eyes and have an attitude to somebody and then say, you can't do that to me, you're not willing to do it with them, that is not leadership. That is not being a leader. That instead is being someone in a powerful position, and you're either going to lose the respect of your peers, of your fellow peers that you're hoping to gain the respect of, or you're not gonna get anything accomplished because you're not setting the example and going forth and doing instead of saying. Being a good leader is going to either make or break a business. It's going to make or break the coworker system. Having that leadership, having someone take you by the hand and saying, this is what I'm inspired to do it with me, not do it for me. Do it with me. And so I wanted to encourage anyone in a leadership position to look at how you're leading, and if you're doing all of these things and you're not seeing results, maybe look at the team who are leaders with you and say, here's what we need to do. We need to change. We need to help. We need to be more of a part of an active solution for people to see how we respond. Because the way we respond to things will determine how people who are underneath us or people who are watching us in our day-to-day lives, it'll determine how they respond to things too. Even when we don't think that anyone's looking, people are watching. What you pour into a plant is what it's going to grow. Are you pouring in water, or are you pouring in something that is not supposed to go in a plant? Are you pouring in something poor quality? You're going to get what you give. If you give poor quality, you're going to receive poor quality from every single thing you sow into. So if you're going to sow into people who are supposed to be with you, then sow into them the good qualities that you're expecting out of your job by example. And you're going to see great things flourish from the company or the organization or the people that you are leading. And you know what? Look at your team members and make it a plan, make it a pact to lift up one another too. Positivity works way more than negativity, and I can promise you that. So I hope you guys have a positive day. And this was Thoughts from Crystal's Car.